The sky above Los Angeles was a deep, burnt orange, the kind that only Hollywood gets right. It was the kind of evening where the air itself seemed starstruck, where even the breeze carried whispers of fame and champagne. It was premiere night, one of those glittering high-octane events that shuts down streets and floods sidewalks with paparazzi, fans, and every person who thinks they belong, or wants to. Cameras clicked like machine gun fire. Limos glided in like sleek panthers. Flashbulbs lit up perfectly chiseled faces. The red carpet shimmered under the weight of ego, ambition, and sequins. In the middle of this fever dream of fame and fabricated reality, a quiet figure stepped out of a modest black car. No entourage, no screaming fans, no dramatic sunglasses or diamond-drenched swagger. Just presence, understated, calm, collected. Morgan Freeman. He didn't need a spotlight to shine. He was the voice of calm in chaos, the narrator of our collective consciousness, the man who could read a cereal box and somehow make you believe it held the secrets of the universe. And tonight, he was here for the premiere of a film he starred in, a film that would go on to make millions and get standing ovations. But in that moment, none of that mattered. Because as Morgan approached the entrance to the red carpet, just feet away from where journalists barked questions at reality stars and assistants adjusted lapels, a problem emerged. It wore a headset, a clipboard, and a black suit stretched tight over biceps built in a CrossFit furnace. Security. The bouncer stepped forward like a human wall. He had the stance of someone who'd turned away a few very important people that weren't, and was now hell-bent on doing his job to perfection. His eyes flicked to Morgan's face, then past him. "Sir, I'm going to need to see your credentials." Morgan stopped. Now, this wasn't Morgan's first red carpet. The man had been through premieres, award shows, gala events, and White House dinners. He knew the drill. But usually, by the time he reached the rope, someone had already cleared the way. Usually, someone somewhere knew who he was. But not tonight. He offered a soft smile and a simple reply. "I'm with the film." The bouncer didn't blink. "I understand, sir. Do you have a pass? Or ID?" ID. As if he was trying to rent a car, not walk into a theater where his name was literally on the marquee. Morgan tilted his head slightly. Calm. Unbothered. Curious, almost. Now, this is where most celebrities might puff up, drop names, or pull the "do you know who I am?" routine, the Hollywood version of a toddler tantrum with better skincare. But not Morgan. No ego. Just poise. He leaned in slightly, voice steady. "My name is Morgan Freeman." The security guard narrowed his eyes. The name floated there for a second, suspended between them. Freeman. Freeman. Something flickered in the man's eyes. Confusion. Doubt. A glitch in the matrix. Morgan watched him, waiting. Not annoyed. Not offended. Just watching, like a patient professor giving a student time to figure out an obvious answer. And then, it happened. Realization hit the security guard like a brick wall. Or more accurately, like the moment in a horror movie when the flashlight dies and you suddenly remember you're not alone. His spine straightened. His eyebrows launched skyward. He blinked 3 times, as if trying to reboot his entire system. "Oh my God, sir, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize, I didn't recognize. Please, go right ahead." Freeman smiled again. That signature smile that carried forgiveness and a tiny dash of mischief. "No worries," he said softly, stepping past the velvet rope and into the blinding shimmer of camera flashes. Around him, whispers began to spread. "Was that? Oh my God, it is Morgan Freeman. How did that guy not know?" By the time the man reached the carpet, he was surrounded by handlers, assistants, and photographers who now recognized what the bouncer didn't. Royalty had arrived. Quiet, humble, cinematic royalty. And yet, the moment had already taken on a life of its own. By the next day, stories began to circulate. Blogs ran with it. Tweets lit up. Reddit threads broke it down with forensic precision. Bouncer denies Morgan Freeman entry to his own premiere. Memes erupted like confetti. Some used shots of Morgan narrating nature documentaries with captions like, "The security guard, unaware he was speaking to God himself." Others imagined Morgan narrating the entire incident in real time. And it was at this moment he realized he had messed up. But the real kicker? Freeman never made a fuss. Never mocked the man. Never flexed. Because that's the kind of power that doesn't need to shout. And maybe that's the irony of being that iconic. Your fame becomes so massive, so mythic, so untouchable that regular people sometimes miss you when you're right in front of them. Especially if you're not trying to be noticed. Because true greatness doesn't always wear a spotlight. Sometimes it walks quietly, speaks gently, and waits for you to catch up.